Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream Minisode. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
How we doing tonight, Evan?
We're good. We're a little off center, I think. I'm not.
Yeah, Evan, get your life centered, man. Why are you hanging right, dude?
Myself.
Hanging right, hanging left,
Which
I
way-
guess.
Hang on. Which? I can't
Go to
tell which way is.
go to your right. Go to your right. Okay,
Right.
you're there. That's
Okay.
perfect. That's right in the
Okay.
dead center. That's
I
fair.
just hang out right here.
Yeah.
So we're great.
So
great. How
now
are
we're
you?
good. We're good. I hope everybody else is good out there this evening. Spark, hope you're doing well tonight on this hump day. It's hump day. If the week is, it's funny because I've always thought about hump day, and a hump is like you're going up and then you're going down. And maybe I guess if you're thinking about the workload of a work week, I guess it all goes up and then you get to the middle and then it goes down. But I started to think, like if you think about it on a scale of positivity and negativity, the beginning of the week, it's really like the down end of the hump. And then you get to the bottom of the hump. And then the end of your week, it starts going up because it's getting better. You're like, all right, I'm getting to the end of the week. So I don't know if you've ever thought about like
What shape is it then?
yeah, like
What
which
shape is the week?
right, how do you view your hump? Is your hump up or is it down? What's your, everybody sees it differently probably.
Okay.
Never think about it.
Just think about it. See, here I was thinking that it's just the day everybody has sex.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, hump. Evan's
the middle of the week.
If you're new to the show, you'll know that Evan's a very literal person, and I'm not literal at all. I'm certainly not super literal and take everything super literally. That's all Evan. Yeah. No. I mean, we're ditch day. That's right, Kathy. That's what you call it. It's ditch day. But yes. So
we're in a trough.
However, the trough day, whatever you want to call it, you made it and you're halfway through. So we're enjoying it as always with a little public domain, short content. So of course,
we're almost halfway through our serial.
Yes, we've for our summer of schlock returns, we've gotten into a real schlocky serial, and it's been a lot of fun. And of course, it is the Phantom Empire. And well, Evan, I guess tonight will be a third of the way through because it's 12 chapters.
Oh, we got 12. Okay,
12.
We got extra long.
Did Whispering Shadow have a 12 or did it have 10?
Maybe I'm misremembering. I was thinking that they're 10, but maybe that's just because we do 10 episodes.
Yes, we have doubled up on serial episodes in the past, and we'll have to this season because we're a little behind.
Okay, so we're not even close to the hump.
No. Well, we're 2/3 of the way to the hump, and we're a third of the way after tonight through the entire serial. So, if you like fractions,
right. A train is leaving Seattle heading south, and another one is leaving San Diego going north. So solve for X.
All right, I'll see you on Friday. I specifically have.
Is this gonna be on the midterm?
I have no math in my contract. Anytime that anybody starts giving me a math problem, I'm legally obligated to exit the vicinity. So, if you haven't read my contract recently, Evan, that was in the re-up. So, I told you to read it. Obviously, you didn't. So, I read your contract. I wrote your we don't do contracts here. What contracts, right? We're just having fun. We're just two buds hanging out, having a good time with all of our other friends that join us. And Spark as always. We love you being here. But yeah, so we're on chapter 4 of the Phantom Empire, which if you're just tuning into it, it is a Western science fiction serial about singing cowboy Gene Autry, who has his own
robots.
Yes, he's got his own sci-fi city underneath his ranch, which he unbeknownst to him, his radio ranch, out of which he broadcasts his radio show and sings, all
Yeah.
contractually obligated to sing.
This is kind of like the plot to Barbarian. Do you think he owns that land down there?
Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing. Is he like, is he really just like the owner that hasn't really been down there, never really checked out the property, just somebody else bought it. And Gene just does a radio show. He doesn't actually go in that house. No, actually, I think when we left off, Gene was like tied up on the bed or something, or had just gotten out of the bed and escaped the house.
It is someday.
It is, well, yeah. You don't know what Gene was doing. No, I believe that he's been wrongly accused of murder and is on the run from the law and the bad guys. And
Right.
I think
Everybody wants a piece of Gene.
well, I mean, come on. He can't act for to save his life, but he can sing to charm a snake. Like, he is just he really does. So hopefully, we didn't get a song last week. Evan and I were really bummed out.
I was so disappointed. I
Really?
hope we get an on the run kind of song.
Oh yeah, that would be good. He'd be good at that. A little outlaw. Yeah, let's get a little outlaw country.
Gene.
Leave it to Gene to
outlaw.
be an innovator in all subgenres of country music, country western music. We'll see what Gene's got in store for us this evening. I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the cleanest recap I've ever done.
Yeah, that was great.
Well,
I
and
feel completely caught up.
yeah, well, and in the Undersea City, the Queen just executed. She put an execution order out on one of her generals, but it turns out
Backfired.
there's the hint of a smell of rebellion is in the air, and so this guy that was about to be executed has been recruited by another, I guess, double agent in the Queen's army to work against the Queen. So we've got all kinds of stakes setting up. We've got all kinds of factions. This has been the best written serial that we've seen on this show. So
I didn't expect to see so much political intrigue in this show about singing cowboys.
No, you definitely, I mean, we don't have a lot of Western content on this show. So honestly, I underestimate it, I mean, and this is maybe one of the earliest serials. I think before that it was Whispering Shadow. I think this came before Whispering Shadow. So it's crazy that they actually seem to put a little more care and attention to detail in the story here. But
yeah,
you'll see
completely phoning it in,
right?
So far,
so far, not just recycling and rehashing story elements within the first two chapters. Like, I'm pretty sure with most of the ones we've seen before, it's like the first chapter does all the heavy lifting, and then whatever really happens in the other chapters is usually inconsequential, including the cliffhanger.
Every other chapter is just fighting over the scraps.
Right, pretty much. Just whatever they could get out of thin air, because they put all their good stuff in the beginning and the end. But this one has been balanced, so we'll see. We'll see what they do. Anything else before we get into it tonight, Evan?
Did we say the episode title?
No, I always leave that out. Tonight, it's chapter 4, which is entitled The Phantom Broadcast. So,
Phantom Broadcast.
Ooh, sounds fun.
It sounds like pirate radio.
Yeah, it does sound like somebody's about to hijack Gene's broadcast, right? I guess the people of Moo.
Radio Ranch is unlicensed.
Oh, I could see it. Either that or again, the signals from the Moo radio stations are finally they're crossing each other. And so we start picking up some I don't know what kind of music they listen to down there in Moo, Morania for long.
What do they listen to? Underground rock music, obviously.
Yes, that's exactly what they listen. Very good. Well, yes. So it is entitled The Phantom Broadcast. So it should be a lot of fun. I think, without further ado, if Evan, you've got it queued up,
I do.
we are going to go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of The Phantom Empire, Chapter 4, The Phantom Broadcast, right now. I do love a tiger as a mascot. Like, nobody else has done that. Much better than a lion.
Yeah, who needs a dumb old lion? We got a tiger. That's way better.
Eat it, Leo. This is Terry the tiger. Do 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 do.
What do you think those lights were doing?
I don't know. That's actually a great question.
They're shining some spotlights at the ceiling.
I do love this music. Yeah, remember they shot a rocket and it didn't do anything?
Yeah.
Sorry, Phantom Broadcast, not the Phantom Broadcast. Oh, my favorite music. Constant Guard. Good luck, Beats. And
He wants to wipe them out. Like that's a much harsher tone than I had imagined so far.
wipe them out. Wipe out. Betsy and Frankie Baxter. Frankie Baxter.
Check it. I'll bet you the bullet that killed my dad fits it.
And the number will tell who bought it.
You're right. I'll get started for town and check up on everything as soon as my brakes are fixed.
Thanks.
Where'd you find it?
Oh, I remember the cliffhanger now.
Yeah.
It's sharp. But who's that upstairs? It's Austrian. Come on, Sheriff. Get that gun.
Yeah, they just have to constantly keep Gene on the move so he doesn't really have to act. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's either running or he's singing. Or radding.
He'll kill himself when he reaches the grade. Those brakes are unpacked.
Anything as long as he ain't talking.
He'll kill himself in Coyote Pass.
Not Coyote Pass.
Coyote Pass.
Rescue.
I'll start the
Where are we gonna head him off at now?
I hate that.
Now watch that.
Oh my gosh. The junior Thunder Riders, whatever the hell they call themselves. Nice.
Double quick time.
Nice. Love that.
Look, it's a call to arms. To the rescue.
They put on their cardboard helmets. Nice.
Yuck.
Could you imagine?
It's a good jump for that little kid.
Well, hopefully it was a kid.
Well, true.
I mean, I think Frankie Darrow, who's playing Frankie, the brother, is like, I think he's like over 18 here. He was just a diminutive actor. Ah. Nice. Oh. So that's what we didn't see last week, is that the Thunder Riders were riding to the rescue. Well, we got him.
Can't do anything about the Gene Autry now. Better get into town and make a report to the coroner.
You don't even have a body. What's
Should we check?
do you do that?
Yeah, that's a pretty steep hill.
The coroner, like, what does he even do in that situation?
Did I receive your report correctly?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Do you mean to tell your queen that the secret police are unable to locate a person as prominent as the Lord High Chancellor of the realm?
Messengers have searched all parts of the kingdom without success.
Messengers? Didn't you try the television screen?
No, Your Majesty.
Nitwits?
Uh,
No more intelligence than the surface people.
sing. Nitwit. You don't hear that much anymore.
Yeah.
Nitwits.
We better slip back to the wreck and get that gun.
All that's left of it after that explosion wouldn't do us any good.
Yes, but how are you going to prove that you didn't kill Dad?
I don't know. But right now, we got to get ready to make the next broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got more important things.
You show up on the ranch, you'll be arrested.
Don't worry about me. I'll be there. You rig up a remote control microphone. in your
I don't care if I'm being wanted for murder. I got a broadcast to do.
I asked you all to swear
The
to
show
secrecy.
must go
Not to tell
on.
us all that Gene is coming to the ranch to
God, they're
broadcast.
wearing buckets on their heads.
We tell the sheriff we know he didn't kill Dad. How's he going to find the real murderer and prove his innocence if he's in jail?
And besides, doesn't our charter say that we should help anyone that's in trouble?
I guess that's right. Any more objections? No.
No
All right,
objections.
All raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, as of the Junior Thunder Riders Club. I, as a member of the Junior Thunder Riders Club. Promise to follow the creed of our organization and help Gene Autry, who's in trouble. Promise to follow the creed of our organization and help Gene Autry, who's in
It's too much.
By not telling anyone that he's coming back to Radio Ranch to make a secret broadcast. By not telling he's coming back to Radio Ranch.
That's a very have. Oh yeah, here we go. Some Python level sound effects right here.
Oh, that's enough of that. Why don't you help me get ready for the broadcast?
I wonder if Gene's going to be able to make this broadcast without getting caught.
Sure.
But what if they hear him up here?
They wouldn't know where he's singing from. My laboratory's soundproof. Go on, get over there at the mic. I want to make a test.
But won't they hear me down on the ranch?
No, the remote control isn't hooked up yet. Go ahead.
This is Betsy Baxter speaking. Testing for remote control. 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
No, no good. Get the same interference we got last week. Noah. My direction finder is pointing straight down. I bet it's those signals coming from the center of the earth. You know, Betsy, I'll bet there are people that live underground, just like in the book I've been reading.
What books have you been reading?
Hurry that torpedo. We want to destroy your radio ranch before Queen Tika discovers us.
We might just as well not broadcast at all. The contract specifically states that Autry is to sing in person.
Anything about details.
Stick to the
What?
contract.
Gene isn't here.
Maybe he is, and maybe he isn't. I'm getting ready.
Look at them. They still think Audrey will get here in time to save the contract.
We better start getting our equipment together. The sooner we find the underground civilization, the sooner we'll discover radium, and then we shall become rich.
Get the horses ready.
That's what this is all about, money. Let's take a break right there. I think that's the perfect place to take a little break. Peace. Although I will say, like, we're moving very swiftly through tonight's episode.
We are, yeah, very quick.
We're moving very
Brisk.
fast. It's brisk. So, I mean, we could double up, but I mean, we can also save that for the later episodes. But I mean, yeah, so far, moving right along. We're halfway through chapter 4 of The Phantom Empire, The Phantom Broadcast. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
I really love how like committed they are to this scheme. That just like killing Gene Autry is too much work and it's too messy, but we just keep him away from the ranch and then it just takes care of itself.
I think what baffles me the most is the fact that there's been a murder. So, like, this guy, the father of the 2 kids, has been murdered. And yet the professor and all his cohorts, they're just guests, right? Like, they're just, like, you know, obviously they have ulterior motives, but they're not, it's not like they're there to...
They're not there to do something.
And they don't own anything. So, like...
Yeah.
So you think that it would be polite to just, oh, there was a murder. We should probably leave. Let's give these guys
so
space.
True.
Well, and also, Frankie and Betsy's dad has been murdered. And what are they doing? They're trying to save Gene Autry. They don't give up about their dad. Like,
look, it's too late. It's too late for our dad.
Fuck grieving. We need to act.
There's no time to grieve. We're gonna lose the ranch. We're gonna lose Gene.
We're gonna lose Gene. It's ridiculous, but
Gene Autry's like the dad we never had.
And then all of a sudden the dead dad, like, zombified, comes back up. You know, like, I gave you kids everything that I had. Fuck you guys.
I can hear you, okay?
I'm right here. My cold dead corpse is right here. Yeah, it is funny how quickly, you know, the plot in serials in general, just there's some big, crazy, like, life-altering thing, like a murder or a death or something, and it just boom, pivot onto the next thing. Nobody's processing or grieving, and
these kids are made of stiff stuff, okay? They don't need to grieve.
Look at them, they're all wearing buckets on their heads, dude. Like metal buckets. That's not
Yeah, those feelings just bounce right off those buckets.
You think the soft kids nowadays are gonna be, you know, like, first of all, they're not even gonna be riding on a horse. But even if they were and they had a bucket on their head, the bucket would be like probably like giving them concussions. Back in the day, those kids were had much thicker skulls. So they were more hard-headed, literally. But that was a good thing back then. Now, you know, they're all the kids are soft-skulled. And so it's a little bit.
So we just need some tougher buckets.
That's right. We need to start getting these kids some really, you know, high-grade metal buckets to wear on their heads and toughen them up.
Well, there we go. We'll take that one to Congress and see what they think.
And you know what? Anybody got a problem with it, you know what you tell them. They say you got a problem with a kid wearing a bucket on their head. Then you say, hey, builds character. And then you take a sip of your beer.
Right, that you took to Congress.
Hey, after the events of a few years ago, anything goes in Congress. I'll take I will literally line my body with flasks, and we'll just we'll sit in the gallery and we'll just get hammered and have a field day. And if anybody has a problem with it, I'll say, well, hey, I didn't fucking deface the place. So
yeah, you'll see us on C-SPAN tailgating.
Yeah, we're gonna tailgate some congressional proceeding. We'll find the right one. Oh, well, it's something to do with public domain, something on movies, public domain.
Right, yeah.
Well, that's what we'll tailgate for. We'll demand entrance, and we'll make a big party out of it. We'll have a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah, no, we're I mean, it's so funny, like, we're a public domain show, but God blame if you can't even show public domain things anywhere anymore. It's just so bitter we're not on YouTube right now.
Mean anything?
Doesn't it mean it? That's literally, though, Evan. That's my gripe. That's my and I can't. That argument, they won't even hear that argument. But that it literally is the first thing that comes to my head. That's the first argument I want to make is, doesn't this mean anything? And it's no, it means that other people can say that it's theirs, apparently. And that's more important than that it should mean that we all own it and nobody should be able to claim anything on it. But
right, well, I think you're forgetting that public domain is actually superseded by the dibs clause of the Constitution.
Oh, how can I forget? How can I be so foolish for the dibs clause? You would think that I would have known. They just introduced that in the last Congress, of course. And that's why all of a sudden on YouTube, things you used to be able to show, now you can't show, and they're cracking down. And I mean, literally, we just got over the high bar when we showed Creature last season, because literally a week or two after that, you can't find a copy on YouTube. We live streamed it, and literally now there's no way we could live stream it without it would get taken down, because somebody has put a claim on it. And it's kind of my burden. It's the burden of the show, and we take it on gladly, because this, again, public domain means something to us. So happy to do it. But anyway, yes, we're halfway through this. We're at our break ski, so we're gonna get a little trailer that I don't know if it actually features one of the actors in our serial tonight. The actor in question being Frankie Darrow, who is playing Frankie. I don't remember his last name, but the kid, he's not really a kid, but he's
Munitz.
Yes, right. And exactly. And but he's his name is Frankie Darrow, and the first trailer we saw in a pre-roll was for a serial that I believe came before this called Burn 'Em Up Barnes, and I think it said featuring an all-star cast and Frankie Darrow. And
not an all-star.
No, well, it's funny because he was I believe, a rodeo rider or a trick rider, and had those skills. So he's very good at stunts and very good at riding. And so he was cast in a lot of the mascot serials early on, The Devil Horse, which I think he was in a Rex the Wonder Horse thing. He was Rex the Wonder Horse thing. He was in a Ren 1010 thing. He did a lot of mascot serials before he did this. And then I believe in the 40s, he was contracted by Monogram, who we know from multiple Lugosi movies from the Poverty Row times. But Darrow was a leading man for a series of Monogram films where he was paired with Mantan Moreland, who we saw in Spider Baby and King of the Zombies. And I think that those movies were they were comedy, but I think there was some action mixed in. So maybe some early action comedies. Maybe nobody's really studied that. Maybe I should go do a little more research. Because I just saw that he had made all these movies, but it was I saw the posters for them, and so it's okay, well, this is a weird, because Frankie Darrow did a lot of westerns and a lot of stunt work. And so after the Monogram movies, that was mostly what he had a lot of bit parts and a lot of stunt parts. And the trailer that we're going to see is for a stunt part that he had later in his career that he was apparently fired from. So I don't know if we're actually going to see him in the part, but it is for the 50s sci-fi movie Forbidden Planet. And he actually was one of the people in the Robbie the Robot costume.
Okay.
Now
Very
it
cool.
now in that movie he was not called Robbie the Robot. I think he got the name Robbie from later, because they used that robot in like multiple movies and TV shows. So in one of those he was named Robbie, and that's how he became known as Robbie the Robot. But Darrow was one of the, I guess, first people cast to play Robbie the Robot. And again, because of his small stature, he could get in the suit comfortably and operate in it comfortably. But apparently he had some kind of injury or some kind of issue that he unfortunately medicated with alcohol. And so apparently one day he got in the suit after he had had a bunch of martinis at lunch. I don't know if this is true, but this is what Wikipedia says. There was a source on it. I didn't look to see what the source was, but apparently he had had a few too many at lunch, and then when he came back, he got in the suit and fell over. And obviously, it was a very expensive prop. Like, that's the thing; it's essentially just an expensive prop. So he was fired because of that. So, and that was towards the end. I think his last things were in like the late 50s, maybe early 60s. So, yeah.
Look, who hasn't had half a dozen martinis at lunch at work?
Yeah, and then you go back to work to finish the day, and you think, if anything, you're more competent now than you are when you're coming in the beginning of the day all groggy. You're still waking up, like, hey, I got a few martinis in me. I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling limber. Let's go.
Hey, I operate this robot better when I'm drunk.
Unfortunately, I'd make that argument probably to try to save my job. Hey, look. I had one slip up. All right. Like, just look what I can do. And then I do like try to do a cartwheel or something in it, but I'd have to land it.
The costume.
Yeah, well, see, Frankie, he could have probably landed some cool trick, but probably not enough to save the job. But we'll see this trailer for Forbidden Planet, and I believe they show the robot a fair amount. If they don't, then then I don't know. We'll have to come up with some kind of punishment for me, but or sorry, IOU or something I got to do. But we'll see this trailer, and maybe Frankie Darrow's in the robot costume. It's a mystery. So that'll be fun. We're going to get this trailer, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of tonight's chapter of the Phantom Empire, the Phantom Broadcast. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Imagine yourself as one of the crew of this faster-than-light spaceship of the future, sharing their curiosity to know the unknown, their tension, their readiness for inconceivable adventures.
Sir, we're being radar scanned.
United Planets Cruiser C-57D, J.J. Adams commanding. Who are you?
Morbius of the Bellerophon.
Oh, Dr. Morbius, my orders are to survey the situation on Altair 4.
Commander, if you set down on this planet, I warn you that I cannot be answerable for the safety of your ship or your crew.
When you reach the Forbidden Planet, you will meet Dr. Morbius, played by Walter Pidgeon. The Doctor is sole owner of this fabulous world. Anne Francis is his alluring daughter, Alta, who has never seen a young man. till she meets Commander Adams, played by talented Leslie Nielsen.
Come on in.
Didn't bring my bathing suit.
What's a bathing suit?
Oh, murder.
You will meet a charming character in The Robot, able to produce, on order, 10 tons of lead or a slinky evening gown. Always at your service.
It must be the loveliest, softest thing you've ever made for me. And fit in all the right places, with lots and lots of star sapphires.
Star sapphires take a week to crystallize properly. Would diamond or emeralds do?
You explore all the wonders of a vanished civilization. You travel deep down into the heart of the forbidden planet to discover the incredible marvels of this lost genius race. These magnificent scenes in striking Eastman color stagger the imagination.
20 miles. Look down, gentlemen. Are you afraid? 7,800 levels.
Yet the wonders of the planet Altair 4 conceal a strange and evil force, unknown, irresistible.
And we are back. So that was the trailer for Forbidden Planet, possibly featuring Frankie Darro as the robot. And yeah, I don't know. Did you see any? I wasn't in here while the trailer was playing, but did we have any robot action?
Yeah, there was quite a bit. He talked.
Oh, okay. All right. I did not know that. Are they? Because I know in other things that the robot's been in.
Yeah, I forget that robot talked.
Yeah. I know sometimes I've seen him in other shows with ridiculous voices. So I'm sure in the movie he was a little more measured in the voicing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely not Star Wars influence at all, was it? Not far and away. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. You gotta love it. George, you got some splaining to do. He does. But yeah. So, and I've seen bits and pieces of Forbidden Planet. I've never actually watched it all the way through. I don't know. Something about Leslie Nielsen, just he should be cracking jokes, making the yucks, and instead he's just the serious, handsome captain.
He's just not doing it.
Nah. He's like, come on, man. Pull out your fart machine. Let's make people laugh. Come on. Me and my high expectations.
To the recut.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
Jokes back in.
Yeah, of course. He definitely they left all his jokes on the cutting room floor. Try to get into the vault and see if we can't restore it. Yeah, good old Leslie Nielsen. But so yeah, I mean, I don't know, was Frankie Darro the robot? We may never know. I didn't do enough research to find out. But we have like 5 or 6 more weeks of the Phantom Empire. So I'll get the answer at some point. I mean, we still have, more to go into on Gene Autry in the coming weeks. We've got plenty. to talk about with the people involved in this. So looking forward to that. But we've got to get into the exciting conclusion of Chapter 4, the Phantom Empire, the Phantom Broadcast. And so far, no broadcasts yet, right? But the clock is ticking.
Yeah, but if we're lucky, we might get a little singing.
I think it's just what the doctor ordered. Where it's definitely singing time. Because, Gene's contractually obligated. I love how even like the Beatson and his people are like,
pipe, Gene.
they gotta make the contract. They gotta honor the contract. Like, I guess these greedy Gusses are gonna know a lot about contracts, the value contract. I mean, this is Hollywood. Whether we're talking old Hollywood, new, if anything, old Hollywood was shrewder. And you want to talk about some messed up contracts? I can't even imagine what the stars had to sign back then. So, let's not underestimate the power of a contract in 1935. Okay, let's be real. Probably have more power than contracts today. So, there's a lot of weight to the storyline. I need everyone to understand the gravity of that. I need everybody to clock that.
It's a contract. There's no breaking that.
Nah, this is signed, sealed, and delivered, notarized. So, it's official.
COD, pal.
Yeah, you I mean, oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, anything else before we get into this tonight, Evan?
Did you know that George Lucas is contractually obligated to sing every day, or he loses Skywalker Ranch?
I mean, again, Gene Autry set a lot of precedents. Well, and that was again another one. You want to go look at the ironclad contracts for the stars. You go look at Gene Autry's contract, and yes, broadcast every day. So you'll find it George Lucas, everybody. They're contractually obligated.
It's just boilerplate at this point.
Sing a song once a day. You want to hold on to this valuable piece of property. You got to just sing about it. You got to just you want to show the joy of your life that you're happy to have this thing in it. Then sing about it. So that's what hopefully Gene's about to do. We'll see. On that note, Evan, if you've got it queued up.
I sure do.
All right. And I'm at 9:39. All right, then we are going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of the Phantom Broadcast right now.
Find for me Lord Argo.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, I'm hypnotized. Yay. Take it off mute.
Satisfied this radium aerial torpedo will completely destroy Radio Ranch?
Yes, Lord Argo. And 100 communities like it.
Good.
Uh-oh.
While the surface men are busy broadcasting, we'll blow them all to atoms and put an end to Radio Ranch.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
We're gonna nuke them.
Not yet.
Let me look.
Get Getting a lot of mileage out of this hole in the roof.
Seriously. You know, you got your light bulb, you got your spy scope.
Good thing it never rains here.
Oh, look at that conveniently placed wagon full of hay. Surely nobody's going to jump off the barn into it.
Guess we'll have to start without Gene. Radio Ranch on the air. Introducing our cowboy quartet.
Wow, what an announcer.
Yeah.
They're all right, but it's not the soothing tones of Gene.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Lord Argo, your queen has commanded. You disobeyed. Explain.
I can and I will, Your Majesty. Our people are restless. They are terror-stricken that Gene Autry and his guests at Radio Ranch may discover our underground world and plant with us the madness which consumes all persons on the surface. Permit me, I pray, to destroy them before it is too late.
I alone will decide the method and time. Will you report to me immediately, or shall I send a robot to bring you in check?
A robot.
I shall come, Your Majesty.
Shall I send a robot?
When the servicemen discover the secret entrance to Murania, Queen Tika will regret she did not allow me to destroy Radio Ranch with this torpedo.
Are you ready? Go ahead. Come on, get going. Get on up there. Ow! Back up.
What? All right, guys. This is that comic relief that we don't really need. Dude, that guy's mustache is so fake. Come on. Right? Tell me.
Go ahead and jump. You can make it.
This does not look real.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I can't sing forever. If Gene doesn't get here pretty quick, the radio contract will be broken and we'll lose the ranch.
Oh, they're going to lose the ranch because they broke the contract. Them's the rules.
Poke?
Okay. I love that everybody likes to think getting poked with a pitchfork wouldn't fucking hurt.
He's fine. He's just a little
It's like one of the most annoying tropes to me because, come on. What is this, a cartoon?
Ladies and gentlemen of the radio audience, we regret.
Yeah, I kind of expected him to just jump up in the air and go.
This is Gene Autry, and today I'm going to sing you a little song about my Uncle Henry.
Phantom Broadcast, Uncle Henry.
That's Autry's voice. You told me Autry was dead. I suppose that's his ghost.
Beatson's pissed. I mean, I wish we would stick with the song. I don't normally say that, but
Yeah. Yeah, let it ride.
uh-oh.
Yeah, surely no one will find this long cable leading straight to Gene.
The scientists. Get these scientists out of here.
Scientists.
I hope he finishes the song before they bust in.
Yeah, me too.
And that, folks, completes today's broadcast from Radio Ranch.
Gene's just got to do one. He's contractually obligated to just do one song. Nice. Yeah, Gene. Why they shouldn't be letting these scientists fucking run around, do whatever they want. The Junior Thunder Riders need to get in there and fuck them up. The secret exit. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
They've gone. They're taking their equipment.
Wow. Oh! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Run! Shit! Ooh. Beneath the earth. What a cliffhanger. My goodness. Yep, that was it. That was they got blown up. Definitely no coming back from that.
This time for sure. They're done. They're dead.
Oh god, I love it. I mean, it's of course, and you never see it coming. That's what you love about the cliffhangers. It's just something really fast pops up. And of course, they're never aware. Like the protagonist is never aware that they're about to be in harm's way. And then it happens very fast, and then before you know it, you get that card. Next week. And did you see what next week's chapter is called? Beneath the Earth.
Okay, so
sounds
pretty interesting.
Could Gene finally be going down to Morania? It's been
Finally find this secret entrance that they're so worried about.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, you know, like in reading about this show and doing research for the show, that's one of the gripes that people, it's not even like a big gripe, but just that certain sources I've read have had is that, well, it takes Gene Autry 5 chapters to like finally find and go down into the city, you know? So, but hey, I mean, these 4 chapters, it's been very, you know, there's been a lot going on, a lot of action, a lot of like varied. It hasn't been this running around in circles doing the same. I mean, it has been running around in circles, but
but there's more of a logic to it. I think like the fact that they have to keep doing this show to uphold the contract, like that's not really in every other serial we've watched. They just kind of run around,
right?
Without rhyme or reason.
Right? Yeah. They don't have to run around in circles, but they do. And this, like, they literally have to. Gene can't go, you know, far off without having to come back around to the ranch to do a broadcast. And there's a reason. Yeah, it's not like it would have been totally different with the Whispering Shadow. If what was the hero's name in that? Jack. If Jack had to constantly be back at the shipping company to do his shift, and it all revolved around his contract. The vice president's gonna fire him if he doesn't, you know, make sure he's driving every day. I mean, That doesn't sound quite as interesting, but at least there's more of a reason why you got to go in circles, right? Like,
Yeah.
never thought about it that way, but it makes more sense, honestly, now. Like,
Jack, I don't care that your brother just died. We got packages to deliver.
well, and certainly Jack didn't process his brother's death. He immediately was just like, I've got to find who killed my brother. And he's scrapping and fighting right away. I guess that's how he processed it. But yeah, no, there was no, yeah. I mean, Jack had pretty much given up work as soon as he decided that he was going to look for his brother's killer. There was no work being done after that. Not that anybody else in the company, and Spark certainly wasn't actually doing what he was supposed to do. We know that. He was just playing with that puzzle the whole time. Wink.
Me at work.
Yeah, right? It's just, yeah, I do 2 minutes of actual work, and then I just do puzzles for the other 7 hours and 58 minutes.
Keeps me sharp, okay?
Yeah, I mean, solve one puzzle, get a new puzzle I don't know how to fix. Take 12 chapters to solve that puzzle, get a new puzzle. So, I guess that makes sense. But no, I mean, this has been a really good serial, so it'll be good to see Gene finally, like, really expand the circle now to Murania. And then he's gonna have to get back for the broadcast, so it's gonna be a little bit of a tighter commute for Gene next week.
Yeah, how is he gonna pull this?
I don't know. Is he gonna make it? So you're gonna have to tune in next week to find out. So of course, chapter 5. We'll be watching next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Again, only on Twitch. We might do everything on Twitch live here on out until we get to September and our strikes expire. Just to play it safe. If there's something I know we're good on, like a movie, we'll go for it, but just don't want to get so scared.
Yeah.
No, I'd really not over something stupid like, again, it should mean something, but that's not what it's about to them. That's why it's stupid. So
yeah. So, ladies and gents in the audience, if you're mad that we can't be on YouTube, go yell at YouTube for us.
Go tell them. Go at Team YouTube on Twitter and let them know, hey, at Scream Stream Show is educational as fuck, and
you're running them off.
You're scaring them off. Yeah, and we're fans, and you're not you're not giving us this edutainment that we crave. You let them know. And I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, it is one of those things that my approach now on it will change, because now I know that they value the fact that if it's an educational thing, well, then that's acceptable. So
yeah, think about everything you've learned tonight.
Think about, and again, I know Spark, I mean, has been watching long enough now. You've probably picked up one or two of my useless facts that, maybe one day will come up in conversation and be like, got that from the Scream stream. That's why we do it. That's why I have a fact sheet. That's why, if we even
like the thing about George Lucas.
Exactly. If you know about George Lucas's contract because of our show, that's one educational thing. That makes us an educational show. That ought to count for something. So we'll tell the good people at YouTube. But yes, I mean, it is a thing. We will continue to champion public domain stuff here, and of course we'll be doing that on Friday as we watch another feature for our Summer of Schlock returns. And this Friday, we're revisiting a filmmaker that we first enjoyed their work during the last Summer of Schlock. And that was Larry Buchanan. Last season, we saw Creature of Destruction. That was the one where the cuts were really bad, and it was great. It was we had so much fun with how you could see the filmmaker's reflection in the sunglasses, like the camera and everything. And so that's Larry Buchanan, and this week we'll be watching his film. And the title, it goes by different titles. So for our purposes, we're calling it The Eye Creatures. It's also known as Attack of the Eye Creatures. And then it's also known as Attack of the Eye Creatures. So, and you'll see why I say that when we watch the movie on Friday at 9 p.m. on our Twitch channel. Yeah, it's and if you look up anything for this movie, you're gonna see a poster with a giant eye with tentacles on it. Again, that is from a different, entirely unrelated movie. And the monster.
I did see that poster, and I was thinking, okay, cool, eye monster.
Nope, that's not at all what we're getting on Friday. So just to go ahead and temper your expectations, it's
fine.
I guess I really was looking for a giant eye monster, but I guess take whatever kind of bullshit Larry Buchanan could get together in 2 weeks, however long.
Oh man, I guess it's good I didn't lean too heavy into the eye thing for the drink.
No, I was also gonna remark on that. And of course, as always, Evan brings us a delicious cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment which this season he calls.
This season it's Schlocktail Hour.
What are we gonna be serving up, Evan?
We're gonna be slurping down some a very, very decadent drink this week. We've so I don't know exactly what kind of alien or monster we've got. It is an alien, right?
It is an alien. Yes, you do have that part
so
correct.
We've at least got an alien. I'm glad that I was at least in the ballpark.
Yes, 100% nailed it.
Because this week, what we're making is called I'm calling them a cosmic brownie. So this is rum, creme de cacao, chocolate fudge, and half and half that's been soaked with Cocoa Puff cereal.
Oh, okay.
And of course, a little candy garnish because cosmic brownies.
Ooh, God!
This is gonna be a sweet one. I hope you've put your sweet tooth in, Garrett, for this Friday.
Well, Evan, and I think you are aware of this. I'm a big, I like to eat chocolate. Like as you get older, some people lose a taste for chocolate, or they're just. I love chocolate. I like to.
Haven't lost it.
I love it. I eat chocolate every night before I go to bed, which is a weird thing that I do. But so that'll be my chocolate fix for Friday, and it just, oh my God, yeah, it just like, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
About this one.
It sounds delicious. And yeah, if you want to find that recipe, Spark, you should tomorrow. I haven't made it yet, but you will be able to find that recipe over on our Instagram page at Scream Stream Show. So I'm excited. It's going to be delicious, and we're getting cosmic. So you're gonna put a cosmic brownie like on it, or like what's the real? I love me a cosmic brownie.
Yeah, we'll have a comparison. We'll see how close it is.
Oh my God, dude! I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be so good. When was the last time we had a chocolate cocktail?
Gosh, we've had a little bit of. I thought we had creme de cacao at some point. Yeah, with the champagne one earlier, with the sweet and spicy. But we haven't had like a strictly just chocolate.
That's right.
Cocktail, and I can't really remember how long.
It's been a while. Did we have like not like a mudslide or like a? No, man, we've never done like a real chocolate one before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I have to dig back through the archive.
Yeah, your recipe book. At this point, you could have a recipe book. You've got 90 something
Basically,
recipes.
Yeah. Move
So,
over, Mr. Boston.
yeah, I mean, well, we'll get to our book merch eventually. We're not quite there yet, but we'll be putting out books soon enough. So look out for Evan's recipe book. But of course, again, like we said, that recipe will be over on our Instagram page tomorrow at Scream Stream Show, so you can go out and get all the ingredients. We're also on TikTok and Twitter and oh god, I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting. I've already said Instagram, but we're also over on those socials at Scream Stream Show. Of course, if you want to catch up on any of our past episodes, you can find those over on our YouTube page at Scream Stream Live. If you want to follow me or Evan on the socials, you can find me over on Twitter at Spakenstein, and Mr. Evan Sink is on Twitter and Instagram at Caligari Cursed. Anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
So what if YouTube agrees to alter our contract? They get rid of our strikes, but we have to sing on every episode.
Then I would say sign me up, because I would do it. I can't sing, but sign me up.
Pretty good. That's pretty
well, no,
well, sing us off, Garrett.
Until next time. Sweet screams, everybody.
And to all a good fright.
Hey.